Welcome to the listening room, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my CD collection for my favorite heavy metal band, Iron Maiden. Huge fan. Absolutely love them. They have released 17 studio albums, if I'm not mistaken. 3 lead vocalists on these, and of course, they feature almost all of them feature Steve Harris on bass, Dave Murray and Adrian Smith on guitars, Nico McBrain on drums. They added Yannick Gers on guitar in 1990, and of course, the legendary Bruce Dickinson has been on all but 4 studio albums. I just kind of summarized that a little bit. There's been personnel changes and things like that, but this band is just absolutely incredible, and every single album for me is great in some way. Obviously, some are not as good as others, but I'm not doing a ranking here. I did a ranking a long time ago on this band and have my taste changed probably a little bit, but not too much. This band was formed on Christmas Day 1975, and they started releasing studio albums 5 years later, beginning in 1980, and they've gone all the way until 2021. Will they release another one? I hope so. I hope they have some more coming out, but even if they don't, the last one wasn't a bad one to go out on. But we're not going to start there. We're going to start at the very beginning. I have some other live albums and compilations that we'll go over later, but we're going to start with the debut album, Iron Maiden. I have 2 CDs of this. This is the single CD version, and it's incredible. Prowler, title track, Remember Tomorrow is beautiful. Phantom of the Opera, Transylvania is a great instrumental. This album was actually instrumental in getting me into heavy metal. I didn't really like it before Iron Maiden, and then when I heard this album, it changed my life. And this is the 2 CD version. Comes with disc 1, and if you pop this out, it shows the singles: Burning Ambition, Drifter. I've got The Fire live. Actually, those last 2 are live, but these 2 CD casual versions are really not easy to get a hold of. They're very expensive, but they're worth it if you can get it for a good price. And I really do enjoy this record, and of course, live stuff. But next up, 1981, we have Killers, and this one took me a little bit to get into, but I really, really like this album now. Both of these albums feature Paul Di'Anno on vocals, the only 2 that he ever did, and he killed it. They had a more punk edge back in the day, but they really killed it with that blending of heavy metal and new wave of British heavy metal and punk for me. Wrathchild, Murders in the Rue Morgue, Genghis Khan's a great instrumental. What I didn't know until I looked at this today, actually, is it features the original. I don't think features this, but Twilight Zone is one of my very favorite Maiden songs. It's track number 8 there. Right. Which finger is that? You guys can probably read it. But anyway, Twilight Zone's one of my favorites, and I'm super excited to listen to this on CD because I love that song, and they added it to this. So I'm really stoked to listen to this. Clive Burr was on the first 3 Maiden albums, and he left. I think he was actually fired after this next album, but this next album became one of the biggest and most influential heavy metal albums of all time, and I am talking about The Number of the Beast. I actually have a fabric poster that I could put up on the wall at some point. I should have probably done that before this video, but I did not. Bruce Dickinson comes on vocals, and he is on for every single album after this except for 2 in the 90s, which we'll talk about later. I know a lot of people don't talk about this track, but Invaders is one of my very favorite heavy metal songs. Oh good, this album also features 9 tracks, but it has Total Eclipse on here. I love Total Eclipse. That is an excellent song that didn't make it onto the original album, but it is featured on this CD. Hallowed Be Thy Name is one of my very favorites from them. Children of the Damned, title track, Run to the Hills, all great stuff. Man, what a classic this is. I do have the 2 CD version as well, which is the Castle press. This does not feature Total Eclipse. It comes with this. Open it out. It shows. This does come with Total Eclipse, though, on the 2 CD part. And Remember Tomorrow Live. Sorry, I got that mixed up a little bit, which is great. Then we have Peace of Mind coming in next, which Trooper was one of my earliest heavy metal songs that I absolutely loved. Still one of my favorites to this day. And this album definitely was a grower on me because I love the Trooper so much, but I didn't really love the rest of the album. It's definitely grown on me. Where Eagles Dare, Die With Your Boots On. I liked Quest for Fire. To Tame a Land's a great closer. Awesome stuff on this. Really awesome stuff on this. Early Maiden is untouchable. And I really do like their stuff after the 80s, though. But we're going to head right into probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, album artwork of all time. Although it's kind of hard to pick because Maiden's album artwork and logo are so good on basically everything they ever did. Power Slave. And you can't really beat that. Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight go together, but they're incredible. What a killer opener with Aces High. Lost for Words, Big Aura is a great instrumental. Flash of the Blade's awesome. Title track is so good, and Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner is an excellent closer. I mean, 2 great just incredible ways to open and close the album. They just killed it in these early albums. This one was released in 1985, 84. Last one was 83. Number of the Beast was 1982. I love this band. So good. Absolute classics. And then we get to a weird part here. I thought I had Somewhere in Time on Jewel Case, and I kind of do. But this is hard to kind of categorize. This is the album here, but it also comes with Single Collection 3. I wasn't really sure what this was when I got it. It came in a CD lot, but it's got a lot of the single collections in here. It's got Reach Out, Juanita, Sheriff of Huddersfield, That Girl, Total Eclipse, and the live version of Remember Tomorrow, which, you know, that's interesting. I don't know. I haven't seen these compilations anywhere outside of this, so it'd be interesting. But the studio album, Somewhere in Time, I do have on Digipack. I don't love Digipacks, but the reason I actually got this, as it was, if you look back over on the shelf here, it's right there, along with Fear of the Dark, Matter of Life and Death, and Number of the Beast. Those all come with CD Digipack, a patch, and all of the figures that you see up here, except for the one that's still in its case. I'm not really used to this. Like there's 4 figures back here, and all come with the various Eddie figure, which is, of course, the band's mascot, and who's featured on most of these album covers. I think all of them, actually. But nonetheless, I get ahead of myself. Title track, Caught Somewhere in Time, is incredible. Wasted Years was the single, and it's amazing. Sea of Madness has really grown on me. Heaven Can Wait's good. Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner is awesome. Stranger in a Strange Land, and of course the legendary Alexander the Great. This was my favorite album for a long time from them, and if I'm going to be honest, all of these 80s albums have gone all over the place in the rankings. They're all my top favorites, right? Everything in the 80s. But every single one of them has just changed as which one's my favorite or not, pretty much. So this one used to be my favorite, not so much anymore, but I absolutely love this still. It's so good. Released in 1986, and that's where they added the synthesizers to their music, which divided some fans, but I really like the addition of them, especially on this next album, which probably is my favorite right now. And that is Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. I have it on the CDs here. Let's go ahead and start with the 1 CD version. This was the very first Iron Maiden album I ever bought, actually, and that does not want to load at all. But if you can't see the track listing, it's Moonchild, Infinite Dreams, Can I Play with Madness, The Evil Let Men Do, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, The Prophecy, The Clairvoyant, Only the Good Die Young. Only 8 tracks, but For some reason, I did not like this album when I first got it, and then I just put it on one day in the CD player, put it on background, heard bits and pieces, and I was like, okay, that's actually really good. And then I played it again, absolutely loved it. That's happened a few times with these. It's just interesting how you can get into something later. Oh, that was sliding out. That does not stay in there at all. I need to replace that. But I bought this on CD a long time ago and just absolutely have loved it after I first fell in love with it ever since, I guess. This is the 2 CD set. It doesn't look the same on the back, doesn't have the track listing, but if we open it up, I don't think this has the, yeah, it doesn't have the inside thing like the others do, but if I don't remember what is on it, because it's the Castle CD stuff. I'm curious to see if I pull out, because this one didn't come with the insert like they should. It was probably lost, but I bought it anyway because those are cool to have. It's not like I need it. I'm wondering though if it'll tell me without me having to go online. No, maybe not. Nope, it doesn't. But you know what? It can be figured out at some point later. It's got the 2 singles, or probably 2 or 3 single songs or whatever, but incredible stuff. This closed out their 80s material, and they were never quite the same again, but nonetheless, I still really like them after the 80s. Even this one, which actually, now that I think about it, this one might have been one of the first ones I ever bought as well. No Prayer for the Dying, 1990. And to me, it's got good material still. This one, Yannick Gears came on, but who left? Adrian Smith left, I believe. Yeah, Adrian Smith left. Yannick Gears came on. This was the last album. No, it wasn't. I was going to say something, but that's the next one. Tail Gunner is great. Title track, I really do like. It's actually very pretty and interesting. Lyrically, they've been a great band. That's also a thought-provoking song. The Assassin's one of my favorites. I really like that song. Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter's never been one of my favorites, but I do enjoy the song to a certain extent. And the closer, Mother Russia, actually has been one of my favorites for a long time. I really like that song. It's really interesting, and I really do enjoy this album quite a bit. Next up, Fear of the Dark. I have it on Digipack. I did not pull out the extra Digipacks outside of Caught Somewhere in Time from these back here. This is the same CD. You can tell I bought this one at Half Price Books because of the slipcase alone. This one was the first I ever bought, though. And it's a good album. Be Quick or Be Dead is a great way to open it. Afraid to Shoot Strangers. Wasting Love's a pretty song. It's a good ballad. And the title track, Fear of the Dark, is great. But, trying to see. This doesn't really come with anything new on it. It just, slipcase. I just bought it for the slipcase alone because I thought it was cool, and, why not, right? It's Iron Maiden. Of course, I'm going to get various stuff by them. Alright, was I right in the fact that Adrian Smith wasn't on here anymore? Hopefully. I think I'm right. But, Bruce Dickinson leaves. It's vocals, and they bring in, oh man, of course I would blank. Who was that? Well, he comes on this album, and this is one of their worst album covers, for sure, in my opinion. The X Factor, it is Blaze Bayley. He's featured on this one and the next album. This one was released in 1995, 3 years after Fear of the Dark. Sign of the Cross is a great way to open it. Lord of the Flies is good. Look for the Truth is awesome. There's a lot of people that don't like these Blaze Bayley albums. He didn't fit super well with the band, I will admit that, but I don't mind the stuff he was on. I think he did fine for what he was given, but his solo stuff's definitely better. But I do enjoy X Factor, and I do, for the most part, enjoy a good bit of this one, Virtual 11, actually dug that album cover. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I thought it was pretty decent. Future Real is probably the best song he did with the band outside of Sign of the Cross. That's a great opener. Angel and the Gambler's okay, but it's... Is that the one where the chorus is repeated like way too many times? I think so. It just should have been shorter. Don't Look to the Eyes of a Stranger I liked. It felt kind of doomy. You know, there's decent stuff on here. It's never been one of my favorites, but Virtual Lovin', 1998. Bands struggled in the 90s, like classic metal bands struggled in the 90s big time, but ooh, all these are about to fall over. I need to be careful. Put these down here. Next up, well, he leaves, and Blaze Bayley leaves, and Bruce Dickinson and Adrian Smith return, but Yannick Garris does not leave. The lineup of Bruce Dickinson, Adrian Smith, Dave Murray, Steve Harris, Nico McBrain, and Yannick Garris. Did I repeat names? I don't know, but the 6 of them never departed after this album, if I'm not mistaken. Brave New World. Great way to open the 2000s. A lot of stuff all over the front of it, though. Goodness, can't show the album artwork. Let's see here. That's better. Great album cover. So good. Band's all back together again. It's funny. Oh, man, too much glare. I don't usually have the light on in front of me like that, but The Wicker Man, it's one of my favorite Maiden songs. It's so good. Ghost of the Navigator, Brave New World, Blood Brothers is one of my favorites. Mercenary is awesome. Dream of Mirrors is a legendary song for me. Fallen Angel, The Nomad, Out of the Silent Planet. Didn't never love Thin Line Between Love and Hate, though. That was like the one, like, if they'd had just ended it on Out of the Silent Planet, I would have been happy, but I've still never been able to get into the Thin Line Between Love and Hate. But I love the rest of the album. It's my favorite for a long time. 2003 rolls around, and they come up with Dance of Death, which is probably one of their worst album covers. Don't know why they did this. Eddie Looks Okay. Not my favorite. Wildest Dreams is a good opener. Rainmaker's good. No More Lies is memorable. Title track is my favorite. It's very good. Very memorable. Face in the Sand, Journeyman is awesome. Great closer. This is an underrated album for me. I really like this album. It's just really great. Really awesome. Not talked about as much as it should be. But I like this one a lot. 2006, Matter of Life and Death. Had this on Digipack. Obviously did not pull it out. Different World. Opens, it's great. They have great openers. And usually great closers too. These Colors Don't Run. Brighter Than a Thousand Suns. The Reincarnation of Benjamin Brieg is awesome. And For the Greater Good of God. It's good stuff on here. Really memorable. I really like it. Although I will say, this is one of my least favorites coming up. 2010. One of the earliest albums I bought from the band is The Final Frontier. I do not believe I have it on. Oh, I do have it on. It's a jewel case. This is a special edition. It just opens up. It's kind of spacey. There's a CD. Comes in the case. Then it comes with this. I don't know if it was ever supposed to come out with anything else, but you know, that's what it did come with. So I have that, and then I have the jewel case copy. Then I have, going back to the special edition, but I have the Japanese version, which is cool. I saw it. Thought, why not get that? I think that should be the Japanese edition. Yeah, made in Japan. I really like it. I haven't listened to it because it's the special stuff. I don't want to ruin the front, but I really do like the look of it. Not one of my favorite albums, though, I will say. The Satellite 15, The Final Frontier, it was just it takes like 4 or 5 minutes to get into any lyrics or vocals. It's too long of like an intro. It's like 8 minutes and 40 seconds. It just takes a long time. Maybe that's what they were going for with the space type feel on it, but it's not one of my favorites. It's probably my least favorite opener of any Iron Maiden album. Eldorado's okay. The best tracks are the last two, tracks 9 and 10. The Man Who Would Be King is great, and When the Wild Wind Blows is a great closer. But other than that, like, there's not a whole lot on here that I really love, I will say. I can enjoy it for sure, but it's not one I pick up very often. These next two I pick up quite a bit, though. Book of Souls. Love the Book of Souls. Fraternity Should Fail. Speed of Light. The Red and the Black's awesome. Title track is so good. Empire of the Clouds. What a great closer. What a great closer. So awesome. So awesome. I do have the 2 CD book. I don't know if that's 2 CD or not down there, but the Book of Souls. And then it comes with like the really great 2 CDs and then lyrics and all that. I think it comes with, you know, the artwork for this was so good. It's so good. Next up, final album, the most recent one, Senjutsu. I remember the single when this came out, and I was a little bit nervous because they released, look at that album artwork and the lyrics, of course. 2 CDs. They released, the first single on here was The Writing on the Wall. I didn't really love it when it first came out. I remember hearing it in the car on the way to a friend's house, and I was like, don't really love it. I really like that song now. It was a grower for sure. It took a long time, but I really do like it now. Title track opens the album. Is such a great opener. Stratego. Sorry. I've always said Stratego. I don't know if that's correct, but I think that was another single, and it's really good. I like Lost in a Lost World. Days of Future Past is great. Darkest Hour, Death of the Celts, The Parchment. Hell on Earth is such a great closer. Goodness, it's such a great closer. But yeah, good stuff. They knocked it out of the park with this one, in my opinion. I have enjoyed listening to this album quite a bit. Also, the album artwork is amazing. Okay, now we get to the other things. I'm wearing the Best of the Beast shirt right now, and I do have the compilation. Bought this a long time ago. It's one of the first compilations, or actually it's pretty much the only compilation from Maiden I ever bought. But it's got all kinds of stuff. It's even got stuff from the X Factor, I think. This is neat. I thought it was good. So yeah, good stuff. Then we get to the singles, which disappoints me. I will say this CD disappoints me because if you look at it, for the longest time I bought this because that's the Twilight Zone single. If you look at the track listing, it's not on here. I don't know why they advertised that and didn't put it on the album, but it's got Burning Ambition, Women in Uniform, Total Eclipse, I've Got the Fire, Cross-Eyed Mary, Rainbow's Gold, and King of Twilight, Reach Out, Sheriff of Huddersfield, That Girl Juanita, Massacre All in Your Mind, Kill Me Ce Soir, I'm a Mover, Communication Breakdown, which I think is a cover of Led Zeppelin, Nodding Donkey Blues, Roll Over, Big Vella, I Can't See My Feelings. I haven't really listened to this, if I'm going to be honest, because it didn't feature that, but with Killer, the CD that I have on there, having it, I'm going to listen to that. And probably, maybe I'll listen to this once, though. Because it's got rare singles and stuff. Singles and rarities. This is a live album, I think. I don't know if it ever was official, though. Made in Japan. This is... this has all the early stuff from before Number of the Beast. So it features live stuff from the first 2 albums, I believe. Unless this isn't a live. I think this is live, though. It does have Twilight Zone on it, though. Because I'm pretty sure this is live. I'd always assume this is live, but I need to open it and find that out now that I think about it. Yeah. It comes with solos and stuff. So I think this is live. I look forward to hearing this, though. But then we're going to go to one of the most highly rated live albums of all time, Live After Death. One of the best album covers ever, too. And just the... Let me see if I can... zoom in, not on my face. And just look at that track listing. It's so good. Everything from Power Slave and before. It's just classic. That's the 2 CD stuff, obviously. Awesome artwork. Awesome stuff. Excellent. Rock in Rio comes next. This has the slipcase, which you can see, you know, that, and you can open it up. Same thing on the back, but that slipcase is awesome. 2000 and, let's see, when was this release? 85? Yeah, this was 2002, I believe, or something like that. Everything on Brave New World, all that good stuff, and I think even... No, Dance of Death stuff doesn't make it on here because it's 2002. It's even got Sign of the Cross on it, though, which they do play live. And it's a Blaze Bayley track, but Bruce Dickinson does a great job at doing that. It's good 2 CD stuff. Great track listing. Finally, the last CD I have to showcase today, Death on the Road. This has all the stuff on it. I don't think it's Matter of Life and Death stuff on it, or just Dance of Death stuff on it. Come on. Didn't really load for a while, but Wildest Dreams, Rainmaker, Dance of Death, Passchendaele, Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies is on here, really. No More Lies, Journeyman. They played a lot from the Dance of Death album, which is great. It's a great album. So yeah, all that stuff. So from Dance of Death and a little bit back. An excellent live album. And that features everything from Iron Maiden that I have, CD-wise, outside of the digipacks I didn't pull. I really do appreciate every one of y'all so very much for watching these videos and these CD collections. I look forward to doing more of these, and let me know what your favorite Iron Maiden album is down in the comments below. Subscribe, like if you haven't. Up the irons, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.